Flat Earth Falsities, the Oblate Pear Earth. In this continuing series, I'm going to debunk various common flat Earth claims. Since I started making videos on this subject, I often get the same nonsensical claims over and over again. These are all based on false information, misunderstandings of science, or errors in reasoning. Today, we are going to get to the bottom of the oblate, pear-shaped Earth claim. Flat Earthers like to point out that Neil Degrasse Tajson said that the Earth was oblate and also pear-shaped. Then they point to photos of the Earth which appear perfectly spherical and call foul. Either Tajson is lying or the pictures must be fake. Well, it is true that Tajson did say the Earth is oblate and pear-shaped.
Earth, throughout its life, even when it formed, it was spinning, and it got a little wider at the equator than it does at the poles. So it's not actually a sphere, it's oblate, and officially it's an oblate spheroid. That's what we call it. But not only that, it's slightly wider below the equator than above the equator.
A little chubbier.
A little chubbier.
Yeah.
Chubby's a good way. It's like pear-shaped.
So, which is it? Is Tajson wrong, or are the photos wrong? Well, neither. What are we missing? Well, flat earthers are failing to ask one critical question. By how much is it oblate? Why would you not ask that question? Size matters. The Earth is oblate and pear-shaped, but only by a very tiny amount, based on very accurate measurements. The amount is just too small to see in a photo of the Earth. Tajson never said it looks oblate or pear-shaped. In fact, he said the words slightly and a little bit multiple times when talking about this, without specifying the actual measurements. Just a tiny bit of research, though, will find you the answer. In this Scientific American article, and several other easy-to-find sources, we see that the Earth is 26 miles wider at the equator than it is from pole to pole. That 26 miles amounts to a difference of only about 0.3%. It is just way too small a difference to notice in the picture of the Earth. For example, this picture of the Earth from the Discover satellite is 1024 pixels across. This means that each pixel is about 7.7 miles, and the 26 miles of the actual Earth's oblateness will only amount to about 3 pixels. So, let's make this picture more oblate by 3 pixels to see what that looks like. Did you catch it? It's barely noticeable. You can see if I go back and forth that it does change slightly, but you surely would not notice it on its own. It's way too subtle.